Are you taking levothyroxine and still gaining weight? This is a common issue for many people, but how is it possible to gain weight while taking a drug that is meant to speed up your metabolism? Without a doubt, levothyroxine doesn't automatically speed up your metabolism, and research indicates that most users don't lose any weight at all. In fact, some users gain weight after starting the medication. Today, I'll explain why this happens and what you can do if you believe this is happening to you. The first thing you should know about levothyroxine is that it contains a thyroid hormone that is thought to be inactive on its own. This thyroid hormone only serves as a reservoir to be converted into a more active thyroid hormone called T3. When doctors prescribe levothyroxine, they do so in the hopes that your body will convert the inactive thyroid hormone into the active thyroid hormone I just described. However, this doesn't always happen. In fact, many thyroid patients who take it are unable to activate that T4 and convert it into T3, and suffer from what is known as a thyroid conversion problem. To make things worse, certain thyroid patients convert the thyroid hormone contained in levothyroxine into reverse T3, an antithyroid metabolite that blocks the positive thyroid hormone, T3, binding to your cells. How does all of this relate to levothyroxine and weight gain? We can examine a few studies to better understand this relationship. The more reverse T3 in your body, the worse you will feel and the less functioning your thyroid will be. Consider this study as an example. Like everyone else listening to this right now, thyroid patients were treated based on their TSH and given a T4-only thyroid medication like levothyroxine. The researchers then measured the patient's resting energy expenditure before and after they were given the thyroid hormone, as well as after suppressing their TSA. You know what they discovered? Thyroid patients taking thyroid medication did not experience an increase in their metabolism or body weight, even when their TSH was suppressed. This would go against your expectations, particularly if you are aware that thyroid hormone is one of the body's primary regulators of metabolism. The study found that patients who were given either a T4-only thyroid medication, such as levothyroxine, or a desiccated thyroid extract, such as Armour Thyroid, experienced a modest amount of weight loss, to the tune of about 3 pounds. This suggests that either physiologists have been wrong for centuries about what thyroid hormone does, or it may have something to do with the type of thyroid hormone that these patients were given. In other words, would these same patients have lost weight if they were given a different type of thyroid hormone instead of levothyroxine? That is a more intriguing question that was addressed in this study. This may not seem like much weight loss compared to those who were taking a T4-only thyroid medication, such as levothyroxine, but keep in mind that it happened without any other interventions, and this is exactly what you would expect if you were taking a thyroid hormone, and it increased your metabolism. These results further support the notion that thyroid hormone supports metabolism, but they also imply that some medications are more effective than others at doing so. However, there is one more study that is worth mentioning. This study examined thyroid patients taking either T3-only or T4-only medications. The patients were given equivalent doses based on TSH, and their body weight and cholesterol levels were then measured over time. The results showed that the patients taking the T3-only thyroid medication lost more weight and had lower cholesterol levels than those taking T4-only medications, such as levothyroxine. In other words, pound for pound, T3 is far more effective at controlling weight than T4, which explains why most levothyroxine users either gain weight or remain unchanged. This may come as a surprise to you, but most doctors are simply not scared to prescribe T3. For this reason, it's crucial to note that in the study I just mentioned, those taking T3 did not have any negative side effects related to the other medications they were taking. This is significant because many doctors will argue that T3 medications cause more side effects, which is why they don't prescribe them as frequently. These 3 studies do not prove that taking levothyroxine will immediately or necessarily cause you to gain weight. However, When you combine this information with the reality that many thyroid patients on thyroid medication are not receiving proper treatment and are not making the most of lifestyle changes like diet and exercise, they do highlight how improbable it is to help you lose weight. It's simple to understand why taking levothyroxine causes weight gain in many thyroid patients. The good news is that there are a number of things you can do to address this weight shift while taking medication, so you don't have to accept it. Checking your free T3 and total T33 is the first step. Checking these two lab tests is the best method to find out if levothyroxine is helping you. The reason it works is straightforward. Levothyroxine only contains T4 thyroid hormone, which must be converted and activated into T3 in order to be used. Therefore, if you are taking levothyroxine and you do not see an increase in your free T3 or total T3 afterward, it is likely that your body is having trouble activating it. We know from the studies I just mentioned that if your T3 level stays low, you will not experience that benefit to your metabolism. Unfortunately, many doctors are reluctant to order these tests. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video. The second step is to check your resting heart rate and basal body temperature. You don't have to check these two things, especially if you can get your free T3 and total T3 tested. But if you can't for any reason, or if you want a quick way to assess your T3 status, you can look into these two options. This is because they don't really know how to interpret them. Although they are by no means ideal, your body temperature and resting heart rate can both be used as stand-in indicators of overall thyroid function. However, they are a crude method of determining if your body is converting levothyroxine into T3. You can tell very quickly if your body is not using levothyroxine because your resting heart rate and basal body temperature should both rise in tandem with your T3 levels. Your resting heart rate should be in the 50s, and your basal body temperature should be below 98.6 degrees. When T3 levels are normal, a person's body temperature will be normal and their heart rate will be in the 70s. The third stage is to establish a more thorough thyroid hormone regimen. Surprisingly, it's rather simple to assist levothyroxine in its function. All you have to do is replicate the thyroid hormone synthesis of a healthy thyroid gland. Though few doctors and patients actually do this, it makes a lot of intuitive sense. After all, if you want to feel better, why not mimic what happens in a healthy person with a normal thyroid gland? We know that a healthy thyroid gland produces a combination of thyroid hormones, including T4, T3, and T2. But when you take levothyroxine, you only get T4. However, in reality, you can take all three thyroid hormones, and thyroid patients who do so frequently feel much better than those who do not. This is how it seems to most people. Levothyroxine, or any T4 equivalent, should make up 80% of your total thyroid hormone dosage. In practice, this entails consuming 80 to 100 mg of levothyroxine. 20% of your remaining thyroid dosage should be T3, which is typically taken as Levothyroxine. In practice, this means taking 5 to 20 micrograms of T3 daily in addition to your T4 and T3, and an additional 100 to 200 micrograms of T2 should be taken as 35-picodo L-thyronine, the only thyroid hormone that is sold over the counter, and that may be bought as a supplement is T2. This is the best place to start. Does all of this mean that levothyroxine will never work? No, there are definitely people who get by just fine taking levothyroxine and who experience no symptoms while taking it. However, you won't find these people around here. I've already done the research to come up with these doses and these ratios, so you don't need to worry about it. What I can tell you is that they are based on a combination of what the healthy thyroid gland produces and what I've seen thyroid patients feel better. Since they only make up 20% of the total, they don't frequently search for ways to lose weight while taking levothyroxine because they don't have that issue. However, Levothyroxine works well for a small percentage of thyroid patients who don't have any issues turning T4 into T3. Understanding that levothyroxine is not necessarily a terrible medication just because it doesn't work for many thyroid patients is crucial. Unfortunately, many thyroid patients make this mistake. Levothyroxine isn't evil, it's just that your body finds it difficult to use. Levothyroxine is very easy to obtain and very inexpensive. In an ideal world, all thyroid patients would be using the most usable form of T4, as tyrosine cellulose along with a combination of levothyroxine and T2. However, not everyone has access to these drugs, and we don't live in that environment. Therefore, don't make the mistake of believing that you must take a specific type of thyroid medication or that there is the best thyroid medication available. Therefore, if you have access to levothyroxine and these other thyroid hormones, don't be scared to experiment with them. I've seen many thyroid patients regain their full health while taking levothyroxine, and while they might require additional thyroid hormones like T3 and T2, it's still possible. In conclusion, while thyroid medications are essential for managing conditions like hypothyroidism, it's crucial to recognize their potential side effects, including weight gain. Many individuals on these medications may find themselves frustrated as they navigate their health journeys, often feeling that the very treatment intended to help them is hindering their progress. It's important to communicate openly with your healthcare provider about any changes in weight and explore possible alternatives or adjustments to your treatment plan. Remember, managing thyroid health is a holistic process that involves not just medication, but also diet, exercise, and overall lifestyle changes. If you've experienced weight gain while on thyroid medication, know that you're not alone, and there are strategies to help mitigate this issue. Staying informed and proactive about your health is key. We hope that this video has helped to clarify this crucial subject. If you found this information helpful, please like this video, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to Health Angel Solutions for more insights into managing your health effectively. Together, we can empower ourselves and each other to make informed choices and achieve our health goals. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more valuable content to support your wellness journey.